Hello, welcome. I'm Hannah, and today we're going to be talking about everything that I bought during the Sephora sale. I am Rouge, so I was able to start shopping on the 27th of October, which was Friday. My order shipped on Saturday, and today is Sunday. It was at my door at 7:30 in the morning, so really cool turnaround times, and I bought a lot. I have a really big box here. I'm just gonna say a little disclaimer before we get into it. I'm generally not like a haul person, but I do like to have some fun during the Sephora sale. This is kind of my time to buy the things that I've been planning on buying, that I've been holding out buying during all of the non-sale periods, and also just to try out some new things that seem like a little bit of fun. However you want to handle the sale is up to you, but that's my biggest recommendation. Don't buy during non-sale times, buy during sale times. But also, all that being said, I could have been way more discerning than I was. I did buy a lot, and I am pretty excited about it, so. Also, I did try out a bunch of the products on my face today, so I'll be able to give you a couple little first impressions as we go through, so that's fun also. I'm gonna start with lip products, because although I'm generally an eyeshadow girly, the lip products have been what I've been most excited to purchase during the Sephora sale. I started thinking about this months ago. I started like adding things to my cart, kind of like doing a little bit of research on the best formulas, the best colors for me, and I've been very excited to add some more lip liners and some more kind of like comfortable balm formulas to my collection. So we'll talk about what I have on my lips. I have the Kosas Wet Slick. This is in the shade 100 Degrees. I was deciding between this and I think Heat Wave, but then I thought Heat Wave might be too light for me. I love this component. I don't feel like I've seen anyone talk about this, but it's such like a beautiful little like icy blue metallic component. It has like a really nice magnet to it, and it's that like comfortable balm formula that I'm always looking for, that I enjoy wearing the most. I can't really speak on the color yet because I feel like the color on my lips is very influenced by the lip liner that I have on. This is the Urban Decay lip liner in the shade Liar, and it is a little bit darker than I thought it was going to be. I've been trying to buy more lip products that are just like my perfect shade of like pinky browny nude. So that has been my goal in all my purchases, and there is some wiggle room within that description. That could be a little bit lighter, it could be a little bit darker. I really need to play around with these new products and see what's what, but I think this color might be kind of on like the darker end of that spectrum. Here's the little component here. This is a formula that I like, that I know I like. I used to have, was it 1993? I had that one for years. That one's more of like a brown nude, and I ended up decluttering that just because it was getting old and kind of smelled a little off. But I really do like how this combination looks. It's really comfortable, feels really easy to wear, which is like number one for me. I'm not just looking for makeup to like look good on camera or in pictures. I want makeup to live my life in, and these are definitely the kind of things that I would throw in my bag, reapply while I'm out, feel more comfortable wearing than not wearing. I bought two other lip liners that I haven't tried out yet. This one's from Rare Beauty, and it's in the shade Worthy, and this I imagine is going to be a little bit lighter than the Urban Decay one. I'm really excited for it. I swatched this color in store. I guess I could be swatching these. I swatched this color in store recently, and I was like, heck yeah, that looks like my perfect shade. To compare it to the Urban Decay one, the Urban Decay definitely looks more deep, a little bit more berry, and the Rare Beauty looks a little bit more warm in comparison. But I think you can see what I'm going for, this like mid-tone nude shade, and I am excited to see how they kind of like mix and match with the various lip products that I have and that I just bought. I'm also not shy about like returning things to Sephora, so I did buy a lot. Like in my mind, I feel like everything's going to be great. Like I bought these things imagining I'll love them, but I know realistically I'm probably not going to absolutely fall head over heels and with everything and want to add it to like my small curated makeup collection. So the final lip liner that I bought is from Patrick Ta, and this one is in the shade She's Humble. This one I think might be like a lighter nude, and I opened these up when I got the package before, and I was like twisting this, so confused about how to get the product to come up. I guess it's like a push-up. I don't know. I don't know if I like that. I feel like it's not very intuitive. Like my instinct is to spin it, and then after spinning it for like a while, kind of like a comically long time, I'm wondering if like me spinning it could be messing up the component. I don't know. I'm also concerned because the tip of this one, it's like a little like line. It's like a long pencil. So this might have a little bit of a learning curve to it. Maybe it will be great and I'll wish every liner was like that, or maybe it'll be a nuisance. And yeah, I think this looks kind of more similar to the Urban Decay, but I think it is in between the other two in depth. Okay, let's move on to the other lip products that I bought. I also got this one from Tower 28. This is the Juice Bomb in the shade Mix. This one, over the past couple months, has kind of gone in and out of my cart. I'm concerned sometimes that it might be like a little bit too light, but people seem to speak really highly of the formula, and I don't know. Sometimes I look at it and I'm like, I don't think it's too light. And I think also mixed with some of the different lip liners, it could be like a really nice combo. The packaging does feel nice. The thing that I'm comparing it most to is the little like bomb from ColourPop that's in the same like type of component, but that one feels really like plasticky, dinky. My cap of that broke right away just from like putting it back on, and I know other people complain about the cap falling off if you put it in your bag. This one definitely feels way more sturdy than that, so I'm kind of excited to have like, I don't know, a little bit more of like an elevated version. That does look pretty sheer, but I really could imagine it adding like a nice balmy finish to the lip liners. I'll have to play with that. I'm also going to swatch this Kosas one when we're at it because I didn't do that before. So that's 1,000 Degrees, and that one looks a little bit more rosy and deep than the Tower 28 one. I'm curious to see how these lip products are going to turn out because I feel like what I'm looking for is kind of like a specific shade. I want it to be pinky and I want it to be browny, but I'm not going to like it if it comes off as pink, and I'm not going to like it if it comes off as brown. The next one is from Tarte, and this is the Maracuja Juicy Lip Cream. I'm always interested in these. I know they have a bunch of different like iterations within this line now. I think the original one was a little bit more of a bomb formula, and I like the idea of that, but I've always kind of gone back and forth on the colors, and I don't think there's a perfect shade in there for me. They also have more recent ones that are plumping. I can't stand plumping, and that does kind of make it hard to find these bomb formulas also, because I feel like so many that are coming out now are plumping formulas. And I've been very careful, like the second I see plumping or tingling, anything like that, like I'm out, like no thank you. This product though feels so much nicer than I thought it was going to feel. It has like it's like weighted, and it just feels nice. I just like it. I swatched this in store recently also because I was concerned that this would be too pink, but I think you could see there, it's like a really nice sheer pinkish nude, and I think it could fit my purposes very well. The next lip product is a lipstick. It's a satin lipstick though, so I could see it kind of like working similarly to a balm on my lips. It's from Kulfi. I've never tried anything from Kulfi before, but I feel like people do speak of them highly. My biggest concern getting this was whether or not it would fit into like my acrylic lipstick organizer that I have back there. I had a Natasha Denona one that didn't fit in there. I had a Glam Light gloss that didn't fit in there. I had a Fenty gloss that didn't fit in there. I don't like when things don't fit in there. Like, I want them to all be able to live in the same spot. And in fact, I feel like I would have probably repurchased that Fenty gloss if it did fit in there. So I tested that out first thing, and it does fit in there. I thought it looked really wide on the internet, but fits in there nicely. I got the shade Maz Maestra. Yeah. And when I took this out of the box, I'm like, wow, it does look a lot richer than I thought it would from online. Like, it might end up being darker than I'm looking for, but in a way it looks pretty similar to that Urban Decay liner that I have on my lips. So maybe it would just be kind of like an all-in-one shade for that. I don't know. I'm intrigued. I'm excited to try this out. I love satins. I love things on my lips that like aren't too glossy but are definitely not matte. And also, I haven't purchased this many lip products all at one time in like years, so I'm kind of excited to have my whole lipstick collection kind of feel like new and fresh. The last lip product that I purchased is a gloss, which I'm a little surprised about myself with. I've been really moving away from glosses. As I said, I just want kind of balmy formulas, but this one seems a little bit more like lip oily. This is from Refi, by the way. It's the tinted lip gloss. I got the shade Rosewood. And yeah, I'll have to say, this, I was swayed by the color looking really pretty. I thought the formula, like on the model's lips, it looked very thin. And I was like, I could see this being the kind of thing that I could just add like a little bit in and it'll make my lipstick like a little bit more emollient without making it like a full-on gloopy gloss. And it has a metal applicator. So my first thought when I saw that was like, no, I don't really like metal applicators. I just think of them as kind of being like, I don't know, cold, not very fun to use. But then my second thought was that it might make it easier to wear like in conjunction with other products. Oh, that does look like a really pretty shade. Because with other glosses, when I layer them on, there's always that like instinct to not dirty up the doe foot. I've tried to fight that sometimes. I've tried to be like, this is my makeup collection. I can dirty it up if I want to, but then I just can't bring myself to like put it back in the tube knowing that the tube is going to get like discolored and gross. So I'm like, maybe this is the answer because like it's a metal applicator. I can wipe it off whenever I want. I could not wipe it off. Like it's not going to mess with the product. It's not going to mess with how the product looks or operates or anything. So maybe this will be kind of my like secret little tool to manipulate more matte products into being a little bit more balmy. I don't know. We'll have to see. Just a theory. Let's talk about cheek products because I only bought a couple. I bought this Westman Atelier blush in the shade Chouchette. This has been on my wish list for so long, like, I don't know, 2 years maybe. I've been lusting after this and I haven't brought myself to spend the like $48 price tag. And, you know, Thursday night, Friday morning, I was feeling like a little bit spendy. I really wanted to treat myself and I just kind of like, I definitely threw more things in my cart than I would have if I was like, I don't know, thinking a little bit more logically, but I digress. I bought it. And I have a first impression because I used it on my cheeks today. I think the packaging feels so nice. It feels really weighted, and the magnet, I feel like it's just a really satisfying magnet. And when I opened it up, I really liked how the color looked. I've been getting along with like cream or balm blushes a little bit more because of the Merit ones. I've really kind of fallen in love with those. And that's been like, I don't know, maybe my gateway. I say maybe because like it hasn't been my gateway because I haven't tried other cream blushes, but like I was willing to let it be my gateway for this occasion. So I put it on my cheeks today and I think it looks fine. I guess I was imagining it might be a little bit more pink than it actually looks. And I feel like I might have a Merit shade that looks really similar. So this is Chouchette. And then this is Merit Beverly Hills. This was gifted to me from the brand. I picked it out myself. I had been wanting it. It's definitely a different formula. This one is way more balmy, which I feel like makes them really blendable. And I think the Westman Atelier is more creamy. Let's see how it blends out. Oh, that's interesting. I actually think Chouchette is a little bit more peachy, but I do think they make like a pretty similar effect on the cheeks. And I think I do still prefer the Merit one. So I'm not sure. This is just my first impression, but when I put it on, I was like, I feel like I could just be using Beverly Hills and get the same exact thing and not be spending, you know, probably $40 with the discount on another little thing that then I have to like store in my collection. So I'm not sure. It's like, it's disappointing when things don't work out, but then I'm also like, it's a lot of money I could get back. And if I do decide to go that route, I'm like, now I know. And then the other face products that I bought are 2 bronzers, which feels kind of out of character for me. Actually, when I started this year, when I did my inventory at the start of 2023, my bronzer count was 0. The only bronzer that I had was in my Hourglass palette that I bought like during holiday in maybe 2020 or something like that. But Since then, I bought like a Physicians Formula one. I used that all the way up. After that, I got the Rare Beauty contour stick. I think actually I bought that during the spring Sephora sale, and I really like that. I guess all this to say that I've been kind of like enjoying bronzers more than I was for a really long time there. And sometimes with the Rare Beauty bronzer, I'm like, you know, I put it on, it stays in one place, but sometimes I want more of like an all-over bronze, and that's when I have to go into my Hourglass palette for it, which like is fine, but I guess in this moment I was like, you know, if I could have like a little standalone bronzer, maybe it'd be fun to see. So I bought one that had been in my loves list for a really long time. This is the Glowish by Huda Beauty Soft Radiance bronzer. It's in the shade Light. I've expressed before that I really just want glowy bronzers. I'm not interested in matte powder bronzers. And this one, I think I was like a little bit concerned that it wouldn't be glowy because I don't think it looks that glowy here. I don't know. I haven't used this one yet, so the jury's still out. I'm excited by the different colors they have in this. I feel like because they have like 5 or 6 different colors, it's possible this will actually be light enough to not make too much of like an impact on like, you know, like the look of me. So I don't know. Haven't used it yet, but I'm excited to see. And this packaging does feel nice too. I think I thought that the Glowish things might feel like a little bit cheaper. And obviously I haven't used it yet. It hasn't been like beat up in any way other than like being in the mail for one day, but we'll see. And then the other bronzer that I bought is a cream bronzer from Makeup by Mario. This is, I remember they came out with like the 2 different formulas at the same time, and I was kind of confused about like what was what, and it actually doesn't even say on the outer packaging, I don't think. Oh no, this is the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. I got the shade Light. This is the cream one, and I was interested in like, I don't know, the marketing of it, like them not even really calling it a bronzer, just calling it like a skin enhancer. It's like, it's just gonna make your skin look better in ways that can't even be put into words. But I did use this today. My first impression is that I would rather use the Rare Beauty one. This stick is so convenient. I don't need a brush. What I do with this is I just go on my cheekbones or my hollows. I go on my forehead. I blend it out with my fingers. It's like so creamy. It's blendable for enough time to be able to do the 4 swipes before I do that. It just like really works out well for me. This one, I feel like I would just need a brush with, which is kind of annoying. I don't have a cream bronzer brush. I don't know if I even like using a brush, and kind of like what's the point if I know I don't have to use it with this. So today with this I just used my fingers to go in all those spots. It took way longer than the Rare Beauty one does, and I feel like it's probably neater with the Rare Beauty one because I'm concentrating it where I want it to be and not just like trying to glide it on while I blend it. So I don't know, have to play with this more definitely, but my first impression is that I don't need this. Okay, so let's move on to lip products. I don't know if the angle just changed at all. I just kicked my my tripod, so sorry. Mostly to me in editing, I'm gonna be like, so I'm gonna tell you about the products that I don't have on my eyes, and then I'll zoom you in and we'll talk about the ones I do have on my eyes. The first one that I don't have on my eyes is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Eyes to Mesmerize. I've been kind of eyeing this for a while, and there's something about Charlotte Tilbury I'm just really drawn to as a brand. I feel like as someone who only purchases vegan and cruelty-free makeup, there's not a lot of luxury makeup that I would purchase. A lot of it isn't cruelty-free. So I think I kind of like latch on to Charlotte Tilbury to have that little like, that little bougie part inside of me satisfied. And judging from most of the products I've tried from her, I do tend to like enjoy them and cherish them. Like it's not all just marketing, like I do like them. So I bought this little pot shadow. It just looks pretty. I like the idea of it being like a little separate special gem. And I've also been more open to using shadows that aren't like the most impact high shine, so I can imagine this being something that I get along with, or it could be something that I use as a base for more impactful shadows on top of. But I'm excited to have this. I like the little like frosted packaging. I think the whole thing's just, it's just nice. I also bought another eyeliner from Danessa Myricks. This is their Infinite Chrome Micro Pencil, and this is the shade Rose Quartz. This is actually the third shade of this that I've bought. I have the more yellowy one. That one I got sometime last year, and then I bought Jade, the greenish one. That's actually the only non-replacement product that I bought in between the two sales because I felt like I was doing these kind of like interesting, cool-toned looks, and none of my eyeliners went with them. And I've been using that one like non-stop since I got it. So I wanted this like peachy one also. I really like this formula. I feel like it got kind of mixed reviews when it first came out, but I love a shimmer eyeliner. That's like number one for me. And it's surprisingly hard to find a nice shimmer eyeshadow. The multi-chromeness in this is kind of like second to me. Like, I'm not looking for it to be like the most high impact color changing waterline, but it does make like a pretty wet, shimmery effect, and it does definitely look different in different lights. But I guess because my expectations are not of it to be a multi-chrome liner, was that a real sentence? Because I'm just looking for shimmer, I'm satisfied with shimmer. If you're out here just looking for the most high impact color changing waterline, I don't know if that's going to be this product for you, but as a shimmery liner, I love it. I can't get enough of these, clearly, and I wish they came out with more colors. I also find it hard to find like light or mid-toned waterline pencils, and that's what I like about these shades also, that they don't add any like depth to my waterline, because I feel like the second it's a little bit deep, it really closes off my eyes. Okay, we're zooming. This is a little bit of an unusual look for me, and it's not even the best way to test these products because I don't think this is the kind of look I'll be doing all the time, but it's fun and I like it for right now. So the star of the show has got to be this orange, and it's from Melt Cosmetics. I've been tempted by their gel liners in the past, but this is the first one I bought. I was kind of just looking around Sephora. This is one of the last things I put in my cart, and I just wanted, like, you know, some little exciting things to add in. I saw this was vegan. I had been tempted by the color when I saw this on Trend Mood originally, but I didn't really think much of it. But when the moment came and I was looking for something special and it was vegan, I was like, hell yeah, I want it. It looks actually really similar to the Charlotte Tilbury. I mean, that's an eyeshadow and this is a liner. I haven't even touched the Charlotte Tilbury one, but I did pick this up with a brush and it was a lot creamier than I might have thought it would be. And I like that about it. I could see it like working well as like a base shadow also, but it was very easy to use for this liner. I'm definitely not like a graphic liner pro by any means, but it went on easily for that. This is a little bit messy. I don't even know if I like how that looks on me, but the color looks very like rich and true. And I think more realistically, I would probably use this as like a swoosh above liner. That's how I usually use gel liners anyway, or gel or liquid liners. But I am pleased by this. And then the glitter that I have on the top of it here and the bottom of it here, it's from Urban Decay. It's the Heavy Metal Glitter Eyeliner, and I got the shade Midnight Cowboy. I know that they just revamped this formula, and I did have one of the old ones many years ago, and my complaint was that, like, it had absolutely no base to it. So it was really just glitter, and it wouldn't look like a liner when you used it because the glitter was like a little bit more sporadic. And I know a lot of people did enjoy using it because of that. Like, you would just kind of use it all over, smudge it out, and like there's an easy way to use glitter on your eyes. But I always wanted it to be a liner, and it didn't work as a liner. And then when they revamped it recently and came out with these, I looked at the colors and some of the swatches looked interesting, but then when I looked at the individual colors, they looked so like on the nose, so like silver, champagne, like nothing looked interesting. But I decided to take a chance on Midnight Cowboy, and after using it this one time, I do like it. It is kind of looking silvery on my eyes, but I think it might be kind of like teetering the line in between silver and gold, which I'm down with. It came up really nicely, you know, it laid down exactly where I wanted it to be, and you can clearly see the line of it. And I imagine if I use it in the same way that I usually use eyeliners, where I kind of just do like a little swoosh in the crease, I could see it being good, and if it is good, I'm definitely going to get a lot of use out of this. I still have to film my mascara video that I've been talking about for many months, so I'm not really going to say much about this, but I did buy a replacement. And then the last new eye product that I have on my eyes, it's the eyeshadow. This, I mean, I already gave my little spiel about wanting Charlotte Tilbury, and I was looking at the palettes and I was trying to figure out which ones were vegan, and it was actually more clear on Sephora than I thought it would be, because when you click on some of the colors, it doesn't have the vegan icon, and some of the colors it does have the vegan icon. I did recheck it with their website because sometimes I don't really trust Sephora with their labels about vegan or not, and also I scanned the ingredients. So I think I had a couple options, and the one that I liked the most was the Bella Sophia. And it's just like a little boring neutral quad. For my eyes today, in my crease, I used this shade, and then on my lid and on my brow bone, I used that shade. They're both just like really nice, easy to work with satin shades, and I've expressed before, I enjoy satin shades and I kind of find them hard to come by. So my first impression of this is like, you know, I know it's like a little weird thing, but I feel good about it. I can imagine the shade that I have in my crease being a good lower lash line shade. The same with this brown, or I could deepen up with it. And my favorite so far is the little bone colored shadow, because I feel like it looks nice on my lid as like a I don't have color on my lid type of color. And I like it on my brow bone too. I think it just adds like a little bit of like life instead of having nothing there, or instead of having a matte. So I don't know. I also have to try the shimmer. I wonder if that will work on my lower lash line too, or if it's just going to be kind of too chunky for that, but haven't tried that yet. But I'm excited about this. I don't know. Who am I? So the only things we have left are a couple skincare products and hair care products. So this will be pretty quick. I have from Necessaire the neck serum. I had originally bought this Black Friday last year from their website. They had like a little gift with purchase. I think if you bought anything, you would get the body serum. And I bought this because I also wanted the body serum. The body serum I probably used once or twice. I'm just not in the habit of like putting on anything after like a shower or a bath or whatever. So I need to try to use that more, but I digress. I used up the neck serum and I liked it. I just talked about this recently in an upcoming empties video also, but I think it's important to put moisture on your neck. I'm sure I could just use my moisturizer, but I don't mind having its own separate thing. It's a really comparable price per ounce as the moisturizer that I use. If that's not the case for you, I wouldn't necessarily recommend like running out and getting this, but if you're a Tatcha girl like me, then maybe, you know, maybe it doesn't matter to, I don't know. I wouldn't say this is life-changing. I haven't really been like tracking my neck to see if there's any results or anything, but because it's not really costing me more money to use it, because using, you know, the quarter size amount from here is saving a quarter size amount from my Tatcha moisturizer, it just kind of feels to me like, why not? And I like having the step, and I like having like the reminder to put something on my neck. I think that's important. I guess I could have considered this makeup because I probably will use it with makeup, but this is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist. I bought this because I'm hoping it will work as like not a makeup setting spray, but like a makeup like finishing spray, something that kind of melds your powders together and makes your skin look like fresh and healthy. Years ago, I used to use MAC Fix Plus for that purpose, but MAC isn't cruelty free. I haven't used them in a long time, but I'm hoping that this product will kind of like serve this purpose. I know people were talking about it separating, and I see that. Does it say shake well? I like when it says shake well if it needs to be shaken. I'm like, oh, no problem. They knew this would happen. I don't see shake well. I don't know. People say the sprayer on it is nice. They say that it smells good, so hopefully this will work out for me. And then from Fenty, I got this Plush Puddin' Duo. I bought the Plush Puddin', was it Black Friday last year? It was sometime around the end of last year. The annoying thing about it is that you can't see how much you have left, but the good thing about it is that It's still going strong. I feel like it must run out sometime soon. I use it every night, sometimes during the day also. I really just like it. I feel like it's a nice amount of moisture without being too thick or anything. And after a year, I feel good like having a backup ready for me whenever that one runs out, because I probably won't really have notice. In this duo also, there's a cherry one. Mine doesn't make this loud noise. Am I doing it right? Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, it smells like cherry. I was imagining with the duo that I'd probably keep this one in my bag, because sometimes I do want a lip balm on the go, but then I don't want to take my like nighttime lip balm and risk going to bed, like being in bed ready to do my skincare and having to like get up and find my bag to put on my lip balm. I don't like that idea. So I like that I could keep the cherry one in my bag, use during the day if I need, and I have this one as a backup and it will stay next to my bed as it has been. I like these. And lastly, we're on to the hair care products. They're both gift sets. I don't know, I feel like they're gonna be really useful for me. From Briogeo, well actually, I don't know if this is like marketing creating a need that then they fill, but like, I'm sold. This is the Scalp Revival Micro Exfoliating Shampoo. I guess the idea is that our hair gets buildup in it, and a clarifying shampoo removes that and makes your hair actually clean. This also comes with like a little stimulating therapy massager, like a little brush that you could use maybe to work in the shampoo. I don't know. I have to read it before I use it. But I'm excited to try this out. Sometimes I use quite a bit of dry shampoo, so I'm like, maybe I can add this into my routine every so often and make sure my hair is really getting the stuff out of it. So I'm excited to try this. I think I did have a sample of this once, and I thought it was nice. And then finally, from Amika, I have this set of the Cure Bond Repair Shampoo and Conditioner. It also has the Intense Bond Repair Mask and a detangling primer. I was interested in this because I had a sample of the Cure once. Whenever Sephora offers like the little shampoo and conditioner as a sample, as like a free sample with your purchase, I always ask for those because they're so good to travel with. And if I'm going on like a short trip where I'm just gonna be washing my hair like once or twice, I'll grab one or two of those samples and not have to worry about packing like a little travel size shampoo and conditioner or using the hotel or whatever. And usually they're just fine. Like my hair is pretty agreeable. I can use anything once, but when I used the sample of the Cure, like I really liked it. I thought it made my hair really nice. So it's been kind of in the back of my mind for a while that I wanted to try it. On top of that, I've been using the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day shampoo and conditioner since last year, and I like it a lot because it's a jumbo size, it has a pump, so easy to use when you're in the shower, and I mean, I like how my hair looks with it also. But I'm always nervous to use any one shampoo and conditioner for too long because I feel like it stops working for me after a while. They also didn't have a gift set of that available on Sephora. That's like when I purchased those jumbo sizes last year. So all that to say, I was like, I'll switch to this for a little while, and then maybe after that I'll go back to the Living Proof just to like, you know, keep it interesting, keep my hair guessing what's coming next. This mask is whatever, I'll use it, not really a selling point, but the detangling primer I'm excited to try also. I have one from Dry Bar that I use all the time, and it used to be like magic to me. Like I couldn't believe how well it detangled my hair, but I feel like recently it's not as magical as it used to be, and I wonder if it's the same thing as the shampoo and conditioner where like it doesn't seem to work as well once your hair gets used to it or something. I don't know if this is all like nonsense ideas I have in my head, but I figured it'd be worth a shot trying it, especially because it was included, and maybe I will end up wanting to switch to this one from the Dry Bar that I've been using for years. So there you have it. That's all of the products that I bought from the Sephora sale. It's a lot. It was a lot of money. You know, I want to reiterate that I am patting myself on the back for not shopping when it's not sale season and saving the things I want to buy for sale season, but this was definitely like an irresponsible amount of makeup to buy at once. And I don't want to like normalize this kind of haul. I just thought it'd be kind of fun to show you because you know, I was excited to get all this makeup, but I want to put it out there that, like, I'm not the voice of reason here. I'm someone who bought way too much makeup at one time. I think I probably will do like an update to this in a month or so, probably during my December content, like a 1 month check-in, what I returned, how I'm feeling about the products then. If you're interested in that, I hope you will give this video a like and stick around for that. If there's any more questions you have about any of these specific products that I could look out for or answer in that video, let me know that too. If you shop the Sephora sale, if you got any goodies that you're really excited about, I'd love to hear about that also. But yeah, that's everything for now. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.